So something I think that would be really fun to do is to show you the teams that I would use if I were a champion in Pokemon. So I made two different teams. One of just the type that I would want to use, being my favorite type being Bug type, and then the team that I think I would want to use as a champion just for my team. Mainly of my favorite Pokemon and just some Pokemon I really like that I wanted to have just on a team. I didn't want to put some of the Pokemon that would be overlapping types too much because I want to use a team that I just think would be good. So I want to start off with the team that I just think would be my definitive team, which starts off with Aqua Arachnid, which will be my start, which will be my lead Pokemon, which I would give it Sticky Web for speed control because some of my team is pretty slow except for Staraptor, and then I would choose Liquidation and Leech Life just for attacks, as well as Leech Life just being able to heal Aquarachnid because it's more of a lead role than anything, and I would want to live more, right? And then I would give it Toxic just to oh, just do damage to you, take the L, basically. Then the item would be Leftovers. I gave items to everyone. I know most champions don't use items really, but I want to use items because it's gonna be good. And then most champions are probably around level 60, so I'm just giving it level 60 for Aquarachnid. And then for Staraptor, I gave it Life Orb with the ability Reckless. I would choose Choice Band, however, I don't want to use Choice Bands in, let's say if I were a champion, I would be an NPC playthrough team. So I didn't want to use that because I'd rather have it just be able to choose whatever it wants. And I give it Brave Bird, Close Combat, and Double Edge, which is all really strong coverage moves, all being 120 base attack, but also Reckless boosts up its stab moves being Double Edge and Brave Bird. And I also just gave it quick attack for priority, because if it's low on health, just kill it easily. Which will give it Jolly Nature because A, speed. Which also the level is gonna be 62, which I also gave my Crawdont Life Orb with adaptability, so stab will be ×2 and stab 1.5. With Aqua Jet, knock off Dragon Dance and Close Combat. Kind of a classic moveset for Crawdont. You get Aqua Jet, you have Knock Off, which is boosted by adaptability, and Aqua Jet is being pretty strong because you have Stab and Priority. Knock Off just because it's a good move, and Close Combat for coverage, which I will give it the admin nature because I'm going to have the Sticky Web for the speed control, so yeah. And then I have Tyranitar for with a Assault Vest and Sandstream because half of my team is kind of going to be like sand kind of based around sand team, meaning that I have a rock, steel, and ground type as my last three. And then I gave Tyranitar Ice Punch, Earthquake, um, Stone Edge, and Crunch all for good coverage and just strong attacks because I gave it Assault Vest, which also with Sand, it basically won't die from any special attacks because I have both Assault Vest and Sandstream, so strong. The only way you could really kill it is any fighting type moves probably, so yeah. And then I also have Nidoking for my second to last Pokemon with Life Orb. I know I use a lot of Life Orb, but it makes so much more sense with Nidoking because Sheer Force blocks off the recoil of the Life Orb while also still keeping the effects of it and boosting up its already strong attacks being um Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Flamethrower all being really good coverage moves, but they are all affected by Sheer Force, so they're much stronger now. Plus, with Life Orb, much stronger too. And then Timid with max EVs, with this being really strong because It's going to outspeed anything with sticky webs unless it's like flying type, but most flying types would die because of Ice Beam. And then my ace would be a Mega Scizor, because Scizor is my favorite Pokemon, and I think Scizor is just really good. Plus, I wanted to use a Mega too. I would have used it without Mega even if there were no Megas, but still. I use Bullet Punch, Close Combat, Knockoff, and Dual Wing Beat, all being just basic moves that Scizor uses. Well, Close Combat is a new one from Scarlet and Violet. Still, this is the one I would choose with max EVs to attack and HP, and a little bit of special defense. I don't think it really needs speed because I'm gonna have Sticky Web again. And then I'm gonna show you my bug team. Since bug type is my favorite type, I would use bug type if I were going to use just a specific type of Pokemon types for Legend. So Aquarachnid is just the same as before because I still think it would be a good idea to have Sticky Web. Then I have Heracross with Flame Orb and Guts. So if you don't know, Flame Orb and Guts basically just instead of losing any kind of physical attack from burn, it actually boosts up its attack instead. Which is it's basically like a choice band, but instead of not being able to choose any move except for one, you get to choose any Pokemon with a little bit of it's basically Life Orb but stronger. And then I use Close Combat, Knockoff, Magahorn, and Protect. Protect is so I can get the burn, and then these are just Heracross's strongest moves, I would say. I mean, you could also argue Earthquake for knockoff, but I just want to knock off. And then I just gave it Jolly Nature and max EVs in attack and speed. Then I would use Yanmega with Life Orb, Speed Boost, and an Air Slash, Ancient Power, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain, all being really good coverage moves. Again, Shrunk Special Attacker, and then same as always, with Speed Boost, I don't need Timid Nature because it's going to get boosted up over and over and over every turn. So I use Modest. And then for my next Pokemon, which is a little bit of a um niche, like a little funny Pokemon, is Shedinja. So obviously Shedinja's whole thing is the Wonder Guard. So like just in case they have no way to defeat Shedinja, they basically lose unless they can just keep regaining health and whatever, blah blah blah, until it struggles to death, which probably won't happen because it has Toxic. And I gave it Swords Dance, and I also gave it Heavy Dew Boots so they can like spikes or just use any kind of moves that would hurt it other than like Toxic itself. And then lastly, I would give it Admin Nature with max attack and speed, since nothing matters except for those stats for Shedinja. I would probably it would be kind of fun just to give it HP EVs just for fun, but not going to do that. And then for my second to last Pokemon, it would be Scolipede, which Scolipede is a not really good Pokemon. I gave Black Sludge, which heals poison types more than it would if it were, let's say, a instead of leftovers. It just heals more for a poison type. And then I give it Speed Boost because it's the best ability it has. Again, speedy, boosted up every turn. And then I gave it Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Aqua Tail just because it's really strong coverage moves. Again, this team is just pure offense pretty much, with Aqua being speed control. And then I gave it Admin Nature, and then with speed and attack maxed. And then again, my eighth Pokemon is Scizor, because again, I like Scizor, it's my favorite Pokemon. So it's basically the same thing. It's pretty much just the same thing as before. So yeah, these are my Pokemon champion teams if I were to be a champion. Personally, I would want to use this one, over my bug team, but either one works, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.